Hey, Maddie, how are you? Thank you for coming. So I got my craft paper ready. I got my scrappage out, which is book papers I colored last year. Or it's painty paper. And it looks like I have a lot of, I must have went through a blue phase or something. So, and I got some coffee dyed, some music paper, some other book paper, which I guess I could use the backs of some of these. And I have mailing labels that I also painted with metallics, and I thought they might be kind of cool put somewheres. Oh, cool, Maddie. And hi, Madison. So I'm just going to wait on a few more people to come in. Now, I doubled up my craft paper because it was thin. And I know I want to use this as a cover, so I doubled mine. I'm working on some tags and stuff to go with those. The rose ones. I just don't have them finished yet. But I'm glad you like them. And then I got to work on the hummingbird set. So I'm getting a head cold because our weather won't decide to be one kind of weather. We go from 70s one week back to 50s the next week, and it's about to kill me. I have to finish those boxes from last night, and then I have one journal, and then amongst the other few little like envelope things I made to finish, and trifoldy things. But those don't take that long. The journal is what's going to take the time, because I don't like to rush through journals. I'm wondering how I have this piece of paper too. Keep that off to the side. I might need to add some of that for extra color. This was a shaving cream paper. And I really like how it came out. Yeah, the UFOs can get to where we're bogged down in those. And this weekend, I'm planning on cleaning my craft room so I can do a walkthrough. That's my plan. Hi, for those of you who just came in, thank you for coming. So all we're going to do to begin with is I'm going to just start tearing this stuff up because I know I don't want full-size sheets to put on here. And the goal is to make a cover and a couple of tags for a journal, because we're going to make a completely junk journal from this cover, which for me is getting back to basics. No digis, I love digital paper though. And this music paper is just very brittle, so it's really only good for gluing down. Hi, Joe. Thanks for coming. I know Joe is crafting along. Maddie, are you crafting along or working on something different? Whatever you're doing, it's always awesome. And this book paper is the same way. It's just brittle. Old and brittle. But I like the color. I don't think I'm going to need those two book papers. So it's just using whatever you have on hand, whether scraps or book paper, napkin. I am going to probably be putting a napkin on top of this in places. I don't know if coffee filters tear. Oh, they do. Cool. And we might use some, well, today we're probably just going to get this made because it's going to take it a minute to dry. And then I figure Saturday we can add some stamps and some gesso and that kind of thing to it. To kind of make it, you know, shift some stuff into the background. So there's pinks over here. Now I have all this pretty blue paper. With sparkles. That's got glitter on it. And this has a little bit of black, which I see some other ones that's got black, so that's good. It adds another color. Be interesting to see how this all comes out. I like this black one. And I don't remember how I made this, but it's really pretty. Save that because I may want those little birdies. And I've had this paper for about a year, painted and just sitting. I went through a crazy painty paper phase, I think. These I made with the tissue paper roller that you cut little slits up the side and dip it in your paint. They came out really cool, but I don't want to tear them because I think I kind of want to use them whole. In some way. we'll just keep that one like that. And so I think I have enough paper torn up. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Ann. How are you? Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Kathy. Oh, you're fine, Maddie. Okay. So I'm just going to randomly start gluing. This is tacky glue that was like, I had 2 bottles that were pretty much empty. I watered it down. So I'm going to use it as my Mod Podge. And it's way watered down. I'm just going to squirt some on here, spread it out, and start the gluing. And I'm off camera. Let me see if I can. There we go. Scooch my paper over. And if I need to trim it after, I will trim off edges after. Just going to glue down pieces at random. This will be a good edge piece. It's got a corner on it. So I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just putting stuff down on paper. What we get's what, I guess what we get's what we get. At least it'll be usable as something. And this is just craft paper that I got in the mail with orders of stuff. And I'm going to tear this white bit off of here. Okay, now I'm going to go in with some of this black and purplish paper. Now I'm going to try coffee filter. Oh, that's pretty. I like that you can see through it. And I doubled up my craft paper because what I got in my packing was very thin. So I doubled up the packing paper. And I'm going to put this big blue piece up here. I'm going to go on and add glue at the bottom down here. Okay, and I think I need some of this down here. Okay, now I'm going to put some music paper. My glue is starting to dry. This kind of reminds me of making them tags in Katiri's challenge. 4 sheets of paper, 5 minutes, 2 tags. And that was fun. As much as I like purple, this is a lot of blue paper. That's what I'm noticing. I must have hit a blue phase. Oh, I ran out of music paper. Okay. Then I have this really pretty pink paper. I'm going to put some of this in here. And I'm going to slide that up just. And we're dancing on the ceiling, but we're back. Hi, Tina. And I'm going to check chat because I missed some stuff. Hi, King Taco. How are you? Thank you for coming. Everything's going good. And we're making our little painty paper collage thing so we can make a cover from it. I am going to grab a couple of more pieces of this pink. And my glue is drying. Okay, when I do the other half of this paper, I'm not going to spread all my glue at once. We learn as we go. Oh. Let's see. I'm trying to get this to where it covers. There we go. The most area. Now I'm going to use some book paper and just fill in Okay, this piece of paper is just not wanting to stick. There we go. And this will become a cover for a journal at some point in the next couple of weeks. And some tags. That's my goal. Tags in a journal cover, and that's probably off camera. This is a pretty good sized piece of craft paper. I think when I measured it, it was 15 by like 13. 12 or 13. No, like 14. 15 by 14. That looks perfect for right here if I can get it turned correctly. And I need something there. I use some book paper. Kind of don't want to put book paper there though, because it's right next to that music paper. So we'll put some blue coffee filter. No. Some of this blue with gold stuff on it. It's pretty. See, now I'm thinking too much again. I need something over here. I think we'll use another piece of this blue and gold stuff because we only have it in one spot. Okay. Now I'm just going to fill in and then I'm going to turn it around and we're going to work on this side. And I got an empty hole there. Okay. I'm going to carefully try to turn this around. Or maybe just slide it over. That's probably a better option. Just slide it over. And now I'm going to look at chat real quick. I'm doing good, King Taco. Thank you for asking. No, Hi, Mark. How are you? Thank you for coming. So I'm going to do this in phases on this side because my glue dried out on the other side. Okay. Yeah, King Taco's channel is a cool channel. It really is. I watch when I can. Oh, wait. This would be better over here on an edge since it's already straight. Or straight-ish. And why I would put glitter on this paper is beyond me, but I did. On a couple of them. Now we're going to add in some of this pink coffee filter paper. And scoot it over just a little bit. Oh, whoa. That was a lot at one time. Didn't stay where I wanted it to stay. There we go. And then this is going to be a journal cover and some tags. And I want some of this pretty blue. Get some of this glue from down here. And the coffee filters are alcohol ink colored. They were colored using alcohol inks. Now we'll throw in some book papers. And Mark, you're probably yelling that this is not good for my paintbrush to be pouncing all that stuff. This is my glue brush, so. Now we'll throw on some music paper. And this music paper is relatively thick compared to what else is on here. I just happened to think about that. Mark's probably having a cow. Because I'm abusing my paintbrush. Okay, let's see. Where'd that pretty pink paper go? I think I want to put a piece of that up here. Okay. Now we're going to work on this parts. And we're probably not going to get around to making tags or anything out of this today because it's going to take this a minute to dry. And I did not make one ahead of time because I didn't need 2 of these papers. And then if we have collage paper left over, we can always make extra tags. Now we can do that while this is drying, making like another little sheet with the leftovers so we can make tags that match, kind of. Make sure we have enough to make tags out of and that kind of thing. I'm sticking to everything again. Okay. Watered down tacky glue dries pretty quick. And I'm going to check on chat again in just a moment. We have this great big empty spot up here. It needs a something. Put some book paper. Oh, I kind of like the back side of that book paper. Some of these backs are interesting. We'll add some of them. Okay, let me check on chat. Hi, Rosie. How are you? Thank you for coming. Right, Kathy. That's kind of what I do. Same thing. There's dancing on the ceiling again. YouTube keeps cutting me out, guys. So let me go back up through chat. Thank you, Rosie. And I'm sorry that it froze up. YouTube, there are days when their app just won't stay on for me, which can drive you bonkers when you're trying to be live and it keeps kicking you out of your own live stream. Rosie, these are old painting papers I made last year, and evidently I had a phase. I love purple, so I evidently had a blue phase for just a moment and painted all these blue papers and some pink. But I like them. And there's nothing wrong with blue. We got this empty hole up here. Ooh, I think we need some of this coffee dyed blue paper up there. That would be pretty. And I just ripped that all weird. Let's try again. Oh, with the gold in it. I like that. I'll put this piece down here. I need more of this pink paper. I need more glue under there. My glue is drying very fast. Either that or I'm working really slow. I don't want that there. I have empty spots up there that I'm going to get to, and I got this one. Then this is coming out rather cool looking. I don't do a lot of collaging, so kind of surprising how it kind of looks. I don't think I want that. I need more of this paper. Oh, we got plenty of pink going on. So let's do... I think we're going to just put this up here. Like that. Wait. More like that. Cover up a lot of that brown spot. Oh, and I folded it under. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Text messages. And it's not important. It's Office Depot telling me what they have on sale this week. I think that would be good right here. Oh, that wasn't going there, but I glued it, so now it is. It was a spare piece. Okay. Now it's just a matter of filling in where we still have brown paper. Like here. This needs a painty paper. Let's see. Maybe a bit of this. So I'm just looking to see where we have empty holes. Quite a bit up there. Let's see if I can move this. And that, even though it's got the napkin paper on it, it kind of looks funny. So I think we're going to recover it. Or it's got coffee filter. I think we're just going to recover that. Still with pink, but we're just going to redo it. And maybe put a little strip of pink up here. See, and I have that same thing down here, so I'm going to do the same thing. Still pink, but just some of that pink paper. Oh, maybe not any more pink paper. I think I'm out of the pink paper. So we'll just put a piece of this right there. And I'm going to go back over it with the pink coffee filter. And now it doesn't have the brown background. That kind of looks pretty. And that's the same thing that's happening there. So I'm just going to put book paper. And that was blue coffee filter, so we'll come back with blue coffee filter over top of it. I like it. Okay. Now I tore out these pretty little flowery things I made, and I'm just going to try to figure out where to put them at random on here. That's random as they can be. This one I'm going to put in the corner. I think, as much as I didn't want to tear them, I think I'm going to tear them, so I can get more of it on the paper. Okay, now we still have, I'm still going to tear these. And I have this. Oh, that one is supposed to be glued down. It's coming up. Let's re-glue. Yep. Oh, wow. That was a lot of glue. Or let's see. Yeah, turn it around. And so now I've introduced a little purple and orangey rusty color, which is cool. And it's just sporadically spread around. And I have this one more, and I'm going to put it over here somewhere. Well, there's one there. I got paper coming up. We'll just put it right here. It looks like a good spot. Okay, so I think, let's see if there's any other brown spots. There's a little bit over here. And that didn't cover it. I put it in the wrong. It should go like that. There we go. Not going to worry about the edge because it's going to get trimmed off probably. I think that's looking good. Let's check on chat. Hi, Angie. Hi, Wonderbar Crafts. How are you? Thank you for coming. So, guys, this is what we have, and it's going to make a good cover. It's very pretty. It kind of looks like patchwork. I like it. Now, this has to dry. And I don't want to heat gun it because there's a lot of metallic paint in my painty paper. So, and that will bubble and do all kind of bad things. I am thinking Saturday when we go live again. Denise. Okay, great, Denise. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It may take me a couple. I don't have a cheat sheet, but usually I'm pretty good at remembering. But Denise, it may take me a couple of times though. I'm thinking Saturday when we go live, what we'll do is I'm going to gesso it a little bit on Saturday. I'm going to apply some of this napkin because I think this napkin strategically on here, like over these little flowery things or something, would be very pretty. Parts of it, not the whole thing. I am going to collage. Well, let me set this aside because I need a thinner one to make. And I don't have all the same paper, but that's okay. It'll still match. I'm going to set this off to the side to dry. And what we're going to do, I'm going to tear one of these packing papers. I'm going to make this so I can make some envelopes because we've got to have envelopes in our journal. So I'm just going to squirt, tacky glue. I still have Mod Podgy stuff. I just was wanting to use that tacky glue up. It was 2 bottles that the glue was not coming out of anymore, so I watered it down and made it into a Mod Podgy tacky glue, which seems to be working really good. Just dries fast. Okay. So it's the same kind of process we just did. This is going to be thinner, easier to fold, which is going to be perfect for making like envelopes and pockets and that kind of thing. Because we need those in a journal. Envelopes and pockets and yummy stuff. This metallic paper. And this has just been sitting made for a year, waiting for me to figure out what to do with it. And voila, we've figured it out. Thank you, Artie Mays, because this is Artie Mays' idea, taking your scrap stuff, applying it to craft paper. So it's not my idea, and making a journal out of it, and then making tags and stuff out of those same scraps. Now where's the Mod Podge? Oh, my bottle's clogged. Okay, we'll fix that. Anyway, making, stuff out of the same scraps to make your tags and your envelopes and your pockets and your tucks and all of that wonderful things. That's just an eye pin or head pin. This is going to come gushing out of here in a minute. It's not totally unstopped. Yeah, there's a clog. So I thought it was a good idea because it's a way to use up a lot of scrappage papers. Okay. I'm just going to get the jar of Mod Podge. And I do have more blue paper over there that I can tear up. That was made at the same time I made all these blue papers. And I think these are shaving cream papers, but I'm not sure. I know some of them are. And I thought it was just a good idea. And oh, I forgot about the mailing labels. We're just going to put a couple of these on here. I painted mailing labels, you guys, because I thought they'd make pretty stickers. So we're just going to stick some of these on here at random to get in some other colors. I wanted them on that other paper, but that's okay. These will still match because it has the same colors in it that was used over there. And with this method, we're not wasting nothing. This paper is so thin. And we'll put this little strip over here. Okay. Think. I'm going to get a couple of these little birdies on here. Okay, now we're going to put in some book paper and music paper to fill this out, because that's all, unfortunately, that I have at this point. But I think it will be fine. If I could quit sticking to it. No. Cannot have it fold up on itself. That would be bad. That would be really bad. Now, Joe's crafting along. So, Joe, how's yours looking? Oh, wait. Okay, now music paper. Trying to dig it out from where it went hiding. And see, this music paper just cracks and breaks, so that's why it's good for this. It is perfect for this application because it doesn't matter if it's just going to crack and break on here. But I love the way that it looks. And I am going to come back to chat in just a moment. Last little scrap of music paper. I think I'm going to tear it in half and split it. Put some of it right here. Then we're going to go back to book paper. And put this one here. And we're just going to, oh, I thought that was a book paper. It's a pretty paper. Let's put it up here. Which it is book paper on one side and pretty paper on the other. Oh my word, these people. Y'all get those phone calls. I get text messages all day that are scams and spam. And I unsubscribe because I've never subscribed, and it still happens all day long. Well, we'll just leave that little piece there since it fell there. Oh, I'm sticking. Okay, let me check on chat. Thank you, Denise, about the napkin. Hi, Misty. How are you? Thank you for coming. Yes, I need to go to bed. You get those text messages too. I've blocked them. I've told them to, you have to message the stop thing. I've done all that, and they still come, and it's just annoying. So this looks like it's going to be a lot of book paper. I may go back over here to the blue stash after we get the book paper on here and break some of this up. But right now, we're just going to cover. I kind of like all the book paper, though, to be honest. Oh, bless your heart, Misty. Oh, there's another pretty one. Let's put that. We're going to break some of this up over here and put this here. Oh, I just did all that gluing. Well, this should stick really well. It would quit sliding around. There we go. Now it's where I wanted it. I do like the patchwork look of all of this. I do like that a lot. Okay. I'm going to put that down this way. So we stay with our book page thing for just a moment. I like it's a different color of book paper. And guys, there's no right or wrong to this. The worst that can happen is I decide it's totally ugly and wad it up in a ball and throw it in the garbage. That's the absolute worst. I don't see that happening, but that would be worst case scenario. And it's just paper and glue. And there's no right or wrong way to how you put your paper and glue down. I'm going to flip that one back that way. And I'm going to put this piece of coffee filter, which is my last piece of coffee filter. Oh, no, there's one. Oh, I have two more. Oh, cool. So we can break up some of this over here with this one. And this pink one we can put up in there. And now we'll carry on with covering up the brown. The brown bits. I think this is going to be some awesome tags and stuff. Pockets. I think I want to go that way. Put some blue down here. And cover up this little piece of craft paper. Oh, wow, Misty, I can't wait. Hi, Patricia, how are you? Thank you for coming. Oh, I'm sorry. Patricia, on the below the video is the link to my Facebook group. We don't, no challenges, no nothing. It's mainly I post when I go live, but anybody can post their, you know, what you make and stuff. I would say just ask to join my group. And that way, even if YouTube doesn't notify you, when I put up the message, and I don't post in there a lot, mainly when I go live. when YouTube puts, when I put up the message for YouTube, I post in there that I'm going live. That way you'll get the notification, because YouTube is horrible. It seems like no matter how many times you check and uncheck that little bell, you still don't get notified. So that's just an idea. I kind of created the group so that we could, get notified when each other goes live. Because if you're in there, I don't care if you post when you go live, then we all know when everybody's live. And we don't have to depend on YouTube to give us our notifications. I have this big spot down here. Oh, wait. I'm going to do it this way. Yes. I like that much better. Okay. So this is going to be pockets. Maybe some envelopes, some tags for our journal. And it also has to dry. But now I'm out of desk space. So, for things to dry on. So, we're going to just have to wait. This doesn't have as much pink in it. But I think that's okay. Oh, there's a craft paper spot. Let's see. Try just squishing it on there with my fingers because there's glue. We got a bunch of those. There's one. And there. But there's wet glue on here, so I'm using the glue to my advantage. That's not working for that one, so hang on. Go back to my tacky glue Mod Podge. Oh, we got a lot of them up in here. There we go. Fixed. Okay. So I think that's good. So Saturday we can be finishing these off with a little gesso kind of stuff. Some napkin appliques, some other things to finish them so we can make tags in a cover. The cover, let me move this piece, I'm swapping. It's going to come from this piece. So this is going to become a cover. And other things. I think, and I love this. This is gorgeous. That's also gorgeous. So this is going to be our cover for our junk journal. I know we can always plan something and it comes out different. Oh, that's fine, Misty, no problem. Oh, Angie, I am so sorry. I hope you get to feeling better. Hi, Abril. So this is going to be our cover, some portion of it. Because I think it'd make an awesome cover. Especially once it's gessoed and things are shifted to the background. We do a little bit of stamping on it. And that kind of thing. So I think it will be awesome. This goes onto this one. I'm trying to close everything back up. Because now everything just has to dry. And this came out pretty thick, so that's with all the paper and everything on it, so it'll be okay for a cover. Thank you, Abril. Now, the book is not going to be this big. Only a portion of this is going to be the cover. So if we take, oh, I should have paper somewhere. Other scraps of paper. I have plenty of, where am I? Let's see. That's not a whole sheet of paper. That's a scrap. Looking for a whole sheet of paper that I can fold in half. Okay. So if you take, normally a journal is folded in half. So you would only need a portion of this to be a cover. So we could still get plenty of tags and stuff from here. So it would just be like, I think this portion over here, this part would be a good front cover, back cover-ish area, or front cover, back cover. But it's still going to be big enough to get plenty of tags and stuff out of. And what do you have drying? And I apologize for the dogs. There's a dog out. My mother's dog is outside. And so she's barking at something. I'm not coming. Nope. Now mine's in here trying to get me to go look. No, go on. Go. I'm not coming. It's nothing. Go, Fox. Go. She's just barking at something. I don't know what. They come and get me so I can go look. And I'm not going to go look because she's just barking. Oh, cool, Anne. So like I said, I don't know what. Sweetie is my mom's dog. And she's right outside barking. I don't know what she's barking at, but now she's got mine doing it. Well, now see, you want to know when I prepared for this? Today, about 30 minutes before going live, I got my painty paper bin out, went through and pulled out what I thought would be cohesive painty papers. Like I said, I must have gone through some kind of wild blue phase because I still have this. As much as I love purple. I also like turquoise though, so I'm not knocking it. And I like the purple, like on these little mailing labels, the purple. Okay, that's a new color. I just made purple. Purple and turquoise together on the metallics and the light blues. I like that. But for whatever reason, I had a whole lot of this blue and black and turquoisey looking. I love it. So I went through a phase, I guess, where I used a lot of that. I do work better under pressure. Oh, no, Misty, I did not prep for this last night. I waited till 30 minutes before today to get out painty papers and old book paper, old music paper that I've had sitting here. You know, where you use a book page for something, like you may want to put it on a pocket or something that you're making, and you end up with leftover parts of book page. Hi, Whispering Cauldron. How are you? And thank you for coming. Welcome to my channel. I think you're new. And we were just finishing the collage up and letting it dry because it needs to dry. Now, Artie Mays has a really cool technique for applying gesso to where, which we're going to do that Saturday. It doesn't like smear it over it. She puts it on, I'm going to use a Ziploc. She puts it on cling wrap and then puts it, and it lifts, it puts and lifts so you don't get a lot of it at any one spot. I've tried that before and it works. So I'm going to be using. Hi. So Carol is whispering. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm back. YouTube, that's like the third or fourth time today I got knocked off. Okay. So Saturday, what you're going to need is your collage papers. which we made 2 today. We made this one for the cover. We made one that's thinner to make pockets and stuff out of because it'll fold easier than this. This was doubled up craft paper and then collaged on it. You'll need these if you have gesso, some gesso. If not, white paint will work just as well. Some scissors, probably. Stuff that most of us have. Maybe some rubber stamps. I'm going to be applying napkin over mine in places. I'm also going to have some white envelopes. Now, just to be... What I'm going to do is I still have these metallic-y paints. I am going to maybe apply this to some of the envelopes. Some of the same kind of paints and stuff. So that they'll match. YouTube is misty. I mean, this is like the 4th time my app shut down. But it lets me come right back, which is kind of cool. So, that's what we're going to need for Saturday's live. These papers, and I'm not going to cut it apart or anything till I'm through decorating it. It's just, it's not dry. It's still tacky. And so I don't want to do anything else to it till it does dry a little bit. I have some ideas for some stamps, maybe some butterflies. I'm thinking, because it's got these great big flowers on it, I'm using this, I'm going to use, let me grab my napkin. Where did my napkin go? This is the napkin I'm going to be applying. I'm thinking a garden-y kind of journal, you know, like flowers. I have downloaded recently all kind of vintage flower images, and they would be gorgeous in a journal. Ooh, I may need to make some paper for that. But they would be gorgeous in a journal. So like a flower journal. Flowers and butterflies. I love butterflies. I just love butterflies. And I may need to scan this once it's cut up before I, scan it now. Oh, that's coming up. That's not good. So see, what I would do is I would scan this now or after it dries before anything else is done to it. Fit it on the printer as best as I can. Scan it now, like I said, before I do anything else. And I'm trying just to spread out that glue. And then scan it again as it goes. So you end up with this as a background that I can manipulate and do stuff with online digitally. And then as I change it, I can scan those and end up with other backgrounds that I can manipulate and change. Oh, thank you, Misty. So I know between now and Saturday, this one is getting scanned and the other one's going to get scanned. So I have background images that are mine that I can play with and do different things to. But as I change it, I will scan those as well, because as this changes, it's going to become something different. And it would be very pretty. So I'm thinking a flower journal, though. Flowers and butterflies. I don't know what we would call it. I haven't heard anything, Misty. Misty, Joe and I are waiting to hear from Shabby Dabby Doodah. She's supposed to be giving the results to the design team call she put out. We all signed up, put out, bought kits and tried for it. So we're just waiting. Oh, you're going to go look? Okay, go look and let us know. I haven't gotten anything notification-wise or anything, so I don't know. It's just waiting and not knowing. She's going to pick 4 people. She's never had a design team before. Her name is Tina. And she's got over 4,000 subscribers, which kind of surprises me. Bye, Rosie. Thank you so much for coming. Nothing yet. Okay. And so she put out the design team call. I bought several of her kits as well and made something. And we're just waiting to see whether we made it or not. So. And that's what I made. The rose papers I made to go in her journal with her papers. And that's how they came to be. So, I'm going to tell you this. I like how the tacky glue dries. It makes it like plastic coated. That's kind of cool. I just hope it doesn't make it so other stuff won't stick to it. Because we got other stuff to do. She does have really beautiful stuff. And her name is Shabby Dabby Doodah. Her flowers that she made, she had a flower kit that she put out. Those are awesome. So, I think this is where we're going to end today. Because we're just waiting on stuff to dry. So, I'm going to trim this a little bit, you know, get off the raggedy edges before Saturday. Or not. I may wait and trim it after the fact, but just let it finish drying. It's still cold feeling, so I know it's still wet. And then we're just going to play some more with it. And then for next Tuesday. Oh, thank you for doing that. Misty, I appreciate it. For Tuesday. So Saturday, we're going to finish decorating these things. Tuesday, we're going to start pulling together papers and going through ideas for how to make a junk journal signature. Because there's no kit. Oh, wait, we weren't going to print anything. There goes the idea for printing out flowery things. However, I do have Michigan Bulb Company catalogs. We could still do a flower journal with those images. But we're going to pull, like, ideas on Tuesday or Saturday, maybe after we get through decorating this, we could do that. I have a whole box of stuff under my desk down here. You can't see that. Down in the back corner under the desk. A whole box of stuff that we picked up last year when we were on the road, going to Maryland and back, when we stopped at all the welcome stations. And my husband, you guys, is so wonderful. I wasn't feeling good on the way back, and so he stopped at the welcome stations. He went in, and in West Virginia, I think it was, he came out, they saw what he was getting, and they got him bags. And they asked him why he was getting so much, and he goes, oh, my wife just has lots of questions when we travel, so I'm just going to let her have stuff to read in the car. 3 bags of stuff from the welcome station. From West Virginia alone. I was like, I don't think I need quite that much stuff, Nick. He evidently thought I needed that much stuff. So it was like that every welcome station that he went into, he came out with armloads. I was more picky. But we had that kind of stuff. So there may be flowers and stuff and some of that I can use. So it's going to be, you know, just using stuff that's not, I'm not going to create any printed images myself for this journal. I'm going to use matte paper. Things like this. Coffee dyed sales receipts. And these, listen to this paper. I love the way this sounds. So these little sales order receipts. They come, I think these are in triplicate, a blue, a yellow, and a pink. And I just coffee dye them. And then I put them in the book this way. And it's a good journaling side. And then a side you can put an image on or a pocket or something. Or you could take 2 of them, because they're very thin, glue down the middle. Well, you wouldn't even have to glue down the middle. You could glue the top and the bottom, and when you fold it, you would end up with a pocket here, a pocket here, and because you put that on the inside, 2 journaling areas. So that's options. See, we have to kind of think of our paper in different ways. Have a great day, Carolyn. Thank you for coming. Hi, Sandra. Thank you for coming. So that's something we're going to talk about either Saturday or Tuesday, depending on how far we get Saturday with finishing this up for the cover. And even book pages. I've taken like this size of a book page, and I have washi taped it on both sides. And then, you know, you can paint over it and everything if you don't want to see all the words, and use them as a paper or a page in a book. So, like I said, we just sometimes have to reimagine our paper, because my first journals, if you go back and look at my journal for under $10 from Dollar Tree videos, and then that journal became triplets, you're going to see there. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm back again. Sorry, you guys. YouTube. Now what's going on? It's like the lighting is messed up. Can y'all see okay, or is it like the lighting is like way bright? Okay, Maddie, thank you. Oh, thank you, Misty. I'm not saying that there was anything wrong with the journal. I'm just saying it was coffee-dyed paper, coffee-dyed matte paper, those little sales receipts. This is the paper, Misty, when you were going through that one that you have, that you love the sound of so much. It was this paper. Why is my phone, since it came back, it is so bright in here. I'm going to try. It's not the light. It's something with how YouTube came back this time. That's just weird. Yeah, it came back that way when they cut me off again. And I don't think I can get into my settings. It's not my phone settings at all. Okay, so we're looking at the ceiling. Now we're looking at the table, and it is correct. Okay. We're back, I think. Oh, no, we're upside down. Y'all gonna see my mess on my desk. There you go. I'm trying to get the phone. Come on. Flip. There it goes. Sorry, guys. Now we're right side up. Is everybody still here? We lost some peoples. Okay, and cool. It came back bright, and then it went out again and came back with a black screen, and then I exited and came back, but it still let me come back in. And now we're back normal. Hopefully it'll stay. Thank you, Patricia. So we were just going over what we're going to do. We're just going to rethink paper. What we have, what we can use, that kind of thing. I may use some dictionary paper. I have some. Nick bought me a ledger pad that's huge. And so I may be coffee dyeing some of that. But I'm not going to be using anything from a kit that I print out. It's going to be a complete junk journal. I don't know. This one won't have any vintage ladies in it because I got to print those people out. We may have to bend my rules a little bit. I don't know. Oh, we could use Tim Holtz people. I have them. They're vintage. And they're in my stash, and they're just sitting here being hoarded, and I don't know why. So we'll figure that out after Saturday. So Saturday, we just need to have a few things to get this going. Some gesso, some stamps, maybe some napkin paper. I don't know how yours looks, but that kind of thing. And then we'll make our tags and stuff too. I think this is going to be one cool journal. And what I'm thinking is making mine like for Happy Mail or things I want to remember. You know, because like once you make a journal and you sell it, if you don't have pictures of it, you may not remember that journal, which we all take pictures, but they could get lost, deleted, that kind of thing, because we take pictures to post them. So I'm thinking about making like a memory journal, just a scrap memory journal for myself. Whether it's to put photos in of my journals, photos in, you know, anything I get in Happy Mail, that kind of thing. Like little letters, you know, when you get your Happy Mail, you get little cards and stuff in there. I've been saving all of those. I have them in a little stack because I didn't have a journal to put, believe it or not. I, who make journals all the time, haven't made myself a journal. So, and I kind of like Dances with Pitbulls does the, she does basically glue books, I think. She doesn't call them that, they're journals. But where she takes and makes a cover something, not like this, but she'll make a cover, fill it full of junk paper, paint the, you know, paint it, give it background color, and then, like she had a Tesla one, anything to do with Tesla went in that journal. People sent her Tesla stuff. She had a moon journal. People sent her stuff for her moon journal. And it was just gluing stuff in. It was a theme, and then you collect stuff that goes with that theme and glue it in. I kind of like that. So, and I've tried to think of things to do that with. Because then you have ongoing journals that you can just collect stuff for. So, this is coming out right. I like the thickness of this. I really do. And I got to figure out what we're going to do on the inside cover. We may just make it a color or a sponge painted something. I kind of like these colors together. The purple, the orangey color, and the turquoise. Hi, Brenda. I'm sorry you didn't get the notification. So I think that's it for today. We made our collage papers. And we're going to finish them up on Saturday. And then we're going to work on pulling papers together on Tuesday. How does that sound to you guys? So this is going to be an ongoing project for a minute. Ooh, and it's still wet in spots. Okay, everybody. Well, I'm going to go on and go, and then I will see everybody on Saturday. Who goes live later? Does anybody go live later? Anne was working on a cover for her tomorrow live, so we all need to check for Anne Osborne. She was in chat earlier, so if you replay the video, I keep the chat up. You can go back and click on her name and make sure you're subscribed. She's still here. She was just above Patricia. Anne was working on a cover for tomorrow. Anne, when did you go live tomorrow? So we can all be on the lookout. And Patricia, when do you go live next, or do you plan? Live is at noon Eastern. Okay, cool, Anne. I will be looking for that. Hi, Patricia. So, Patricia, when do you go live? Oh, you're saying hi to the other Brenda. Oh, you're welcome, Anne. I think we should all support each other and, let's build a little community of people that all do that. Hi, Sandra. Sandra, do you do lives at all? You probably do. And if you do, when do you go live so we can... Okay, Patricia. So everybody subscribe to Patricia. If you all join the Foxy Facebook group, it's Foxy's followers below. We don't do anything really in the group. I figured with YouTube notifications the way they are, it would give us one place where we could all go post when you're going live. Then everybody that's in the group gets notified that you're going live. And I always put my channel link in so you can get to the channel at least, even though there may not be a title up yet. Okay, cool, Sandra. Well, if you join the Foxy's follower group, as more people join and we start posting when we go live, I always post mine in there. We'll get those kind of notifications, at least from Facebook. Facebook's pretty good. It's a place to post if you want to ask questions. We have, the small group that can help answer and that kind of thing. I'm trying to get it more active. But even if all we do is just post when we go live, well, that's good, Sandra. Support is what, a lot of channels need support. So that's great. And we're probably all subscribed to you so that whenever you decide to do videos, if you do, you already have a base of people to follow you. We did that with the other Brenda. Brenda has, what is it, Brenda, 100 and something, 200 subscribers, and she don't make videos yet. She's going to, though. And she's already got a little base of people when she starts. So the Foxy follower group, even if no one does anything but post when they go live, I am fine with that. Also, it gives me a place like we were going to do a trifold after we get through with this. I have a free download for a trifold. It would give me a place to add it that only people in the group have access to because it's a closed group. You have to ask to become a member. I could put it up as a freebie. Hey, Chris, how are you? Thank you for coming. And I've been watching your videos, Kristen. I am a silent observer, lurker person. I don't comment, but I've watched. So I'm bad about not commenting because most of the time I'm watching late at night and I'm just too tired. Oh, cool, Brenda. So Foxy's followers, even if all we do is post when we go live, it's a place for us to do that. Definitely. So that's all I got for today, guys. We're going to wait on this to dry, and on Saturday we're going to finish it up, make a cover, and some tags and stuff. Now, I do have a template for tags. I am not going to try to draw those by hand, but they will be made from this, what's left over, and the other piece, as well as some pockets. So everybody have a great week. Be sure and watch for Ann tomorrow at noon Eastern time. Patricia will go live at some point. Oh, Sandra, I'm sure you know stuff. I'm sure you know stuff. So just watch for each other to go live, guys. And I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Bye.